Daniel Ricciardo was out of the points at the Australian Grand Prix after finishing 12th at Albert Park. The under-fire Daniel Ricciardo has suggested a special steering wheel feature will help him return to form after enduring a torrid weekend at his home Grand Prix in Australia. After failing to pick up a point in Bahrain or Saudi Arabia, the VCARB driver arrived in Melbourne under pressure amid criticism from Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko. But he endured the disaster of being eliminated in Q1, after race officials deleted his fastest lap. Starting 18th on the grid for Sunday's Grand Prix, he managed to work his way into 12th place, missing out on the top 10 place he craved. The 34-year-old refused to panic post-race however, and in the F1 media pen afterwards claimed both he and the team were obtaining vital performance data as the season went along. "There's things through the race where I'll mark," he explained. "We have, let's say, a button on the wheel that I can use as a reference to say, oh, that lap I felt something there. I'm not giving away secret information. But it's just things so I remember to tell the engineers after. So there's a few points through the race that I marked, let's say, and so it's good to get the understanding, the data gathering and all that. Obviously the weekend I would have loved to have gone better, but I think we've just got to keep our kind of eyes on the prize." The scrutiny over Ricciardo's struggles has now been exacerbated by the display of teammate Yuki Tsunoda at Albert Park. After qualifying in 8th place, the Japanese driver eventually finished 7th, and was lavishly praised by Marko afterwards. And the Honey Badger did admit that he did not expect to be in his current position, one of just 6 drivers yet to get on the board in 2024. "It hasn't been the best 3 races to start the season for sure," he added. "And especially kind of the preparation I had coming into the season. It's definitely not where I expected to be. But it's certainly not something that we're going to get rattled by or anything. We've just got to stay on course and I'm sure we'll find it." Ricciardo also insisted he could take positives into the Japanese Grand Prix on April 7, saying there were times in the race where I did have the pace, as he made his way through the field. But Red Bull bosses will demand results if he is to be considered for a place alongside Max Verstappen next season. The popular Aussie returned to the team as a reserve driver last year, after having his contract at McLaren terminated prematurely. But ahead of the Hungarian Grand Prix in July, he was promoted to drive for VCARB, then named Scuderia AlphaTauri, in place of rookie Nick de Vries.